Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. The big day is finally here. I'm Allie Burns from Picks Parlays, and I've got a special total chaos for all of you today. It's the Super Bowl edition, and instead of doing first half total, first quarter total, full game total, we're going to do player props. I'm going to try something a little different. So, with me today, I've got Sean Higgs from Winning Free Picks. Mr. Sean Higgs, how you feeling today?
All right, I haven't battled Scott in a while. I think it's been since baseball season. I did a Scott
Either
show,
baseball
so
or basketball. It's been a long time. How have you
it's
been?
been a while.
You
I'm
look
all
well.
right.
Yeah.
I'm tired, man. It's just long. The Saturdays kill me because it's so much. The Saturday college basketball is I start on a Thursday night, and it's ugh. But I'm hanging in. I'm doing all right. It is what it is. We're grinding out every day, Scott. It's the life. It's just one day. It's. Although I'm excited, I got conference tournaments. Conference tournaments start in 2 weeks. So I'm pumped up about that. Little Horizon League, Sunbelt get underway. So
let's go. Scott Reichel, you got a record of 63, 67, and 2. You're my main number one prop guy. We do a show together called the Player Prop Drop Mondays through Thursdays. But now you're doing the Chaos Player Prop Drop. How do you feel about this, Scott?
Feel fine. I ditched our show every day this week, so I have some player props saved up, and I'm ready to showcase them here.
All right, beautiful. So if you guys haven't seen the show before, this is how it works. I'm going to give each of them, well, I don't even know how to explain it really. I have my normal spiel for chaos, but basically I'm giving these two experts 5 props. They're going to tell me if they're going over or under their respective player prop totals, and whoever gets the most correct comes back as the winner. Does that make sense? I think we got there. There's 5 because there's the full game.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
4 props and then the full game total. So we're going to go over a running back, a wide receiver, a quarterback, a kicker, and then the full game total. That's what we're getting ready to do. All right?
Now I'm annoyed because he's saving up his props all week, so he's going to come in here and hammer me 4-0. Super.
Don't be scared. Okay, so we are going to start out with the running back props. And Higgs, you're going to go first. So what are you liking here?
All right, so pull up my little prop here. I'm going to go with a little – where did they go? Here they are. Okay, so Miles Sanders over 13.5 rushing attempts. I'm think here's a guy you have – him and Hurts, they're a run-first team. As much as they pass, I think people forget how these guys like to run the ball. And if you're a Philly backer, you're thinking, it's an easy win for us. What's that going to do? Even if you don't think it's going to be an easy win, you want to keep Mahomes off the field. Healthy, unhealthy, whatever you think of him or the wide receivers or offense, you don't want that offense on the field. And how do you do that? I'm going to give it to my workhorse back. 13.5 is not a lot. Not a lot of carries. I think he's going to get that. I mean, you got Hurts will run a little bit. Gainwell's going to move the ball a little bit out of the backfield, but 13.5 for me. Sanders could be a guy you want to even look at for an MVP if he gets his 20-plus rushes here.
Hey-o. All right, so Miles Sanders over 13.5 rush attempts. Reichel, you're going a different direction. Talk to me.
Yeah, well, it's the same idea. I'm just going to go with a different running back. I'm just going to go with Kenneth Gainwell over 19.5 rushing yards. This line's just too short for me. He's had at least 35 in each of the last 3 games. He's had at least 12 carries in each of the last 2. Now, I do know that a big reason for that was because of game script, and Philly was killing the Giants and the 49ers. But the point is, Gainwell's been very good with that boosted workload based on game flow, and I think he should potentially get an even bigger role here just because of the fact that he's been productive. And I think that they're going to try to stick with their main 2 guys. I think Boston Scott might be the one that's left out here, but I think Gainwell's going to end up getting a decent amount of run. You might only need 1 carry. I mean, he can go for 20 yards and 1 carry and you win. But Philly is averaging 33.3 rushing attempts per game, which is the most in the league. And the Chiefs are allowing 4.5 yards per carry, which ranks tied for 19th. Kansas City's defense are really not great against the run. I think that with the Eagles trying to potentially protect Hurts' shoulder, since I think he's definitely below 100%, they're going to end up using Gainwell more often than people think in my eyes. Yep. So I like the over 19.5.
Okay, keep me rolling. We're going wide receiver props. You're talking Devonta Smith.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the plus money play here because I always try to have at least one with plus money. I'm going to take Devonta Smith over 5.5 receptions at plus 110. He's had at least 6 receptions in 4 of the last 5 games, and Kansas City is allowing 24.1 completions per game, which is the 4th most in the league. Devonta Smith against this secondary, I think, is going to have a pretty solid matchup. I'm still not sold on Kansas City's defense. I know the pass rush is very good, but I'm not sold on the actual corners, etc. And Devonta has become Jalen Hurts' favorite target lately. A.J. Brown's been kind of a bit quiet for the last month and change. I think Devontae Smith's got a good opportunity to stockpile a bunch of catches, maybe some underneath stuff. But give me 5.5 receptions over at plus 110.
All right, Higgs, talk to me.
Here we go. Oh, you hit it. I was going to hit it myself. Okay, so we're going to go a little Tony over the 27.5 receiving yards.
He's actually healthy for this game?
He's playing.
He's actually
on the
playing?
field.
Good
Yes.
for him. Good for
Yeah,
him. I'm
so
proud of him.
I look at this as like, again, you just hear about, he's hurt and Schuster's not, they're cleared to play. And, the Kelsey prop, for as much as you hear about, as you mentioned, is the guy even playing? For the Kelsey prop to be at 78.5 yards, where that guy's going to be going after, right? So it just seems to me that for him to be at 78 yards, Eagles got a great defense, right? Pass rush is all there. I can't see this offense putting up like a 220 yards. So the yards are coming somewhere. They're coming somewhere. Was it Asher's jumping? He doesn't know we're doing the show. Come on, buddy. Tony here, 27.5 yards. Someone's going to have to catch the ball. It's not going to be one guy. I'm taking my shot on Tony, 27.5 yards. I noticed I forgot to put my little numbers in here. These are all basically, I got no pluses until we get a little further down here. Mine are mostly minus 110s. I know Scott had the plus on his catching prop there, but mine are all basically minus 110, 115 kind of things here.
Okay, no worries. All right, well, talk to me about quarterback props. You're going with Hurts. What do you got here?
Yeah, we're going to go under passing attempts.
I push the buttons, Higgs.
I'm sorry.
I push the buttons.
I'm used to it. I don't know why. I did it. Okay. I'm sorry. So, Scott was mentioning Hurts' shoulder, right? It's again, and who's healthy right now? It's February. These guys, everybody's a little banged up. We understand that. Yeah. But also, if there's no reason to throw the ball, he's throwing the ball 30-something times or more. This game is in the 40s. It's a wild affair here. I don't see that happening. You got, like I said in our props, and I think Scott kind of agrees. They're going to want to run the ball, save him. He's not going to be chucking it all over the place. 31.5, I think it's too many. I think it's way too many. I mean, I would actually maybe go like 25.5. I don't think he's going to throw that much. I think it's going to be him and his legs, running back game, and again, if you're running the ball, that clock's going to move. You don't got to have a lot of passes to throw. So give me the under.
Allie, do you need to take that?
No, it's like everything. My kid needs something. My alarm's going off. My mom's calling me. Higgs is pushing the buttons. It's just like, I need 9 minutes of my life to film this video. Can everyone just leave me alone for a second? All right, Rachel, so you're going with Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Mahomes under 19.5 rushing yards. I think he'll look a little bit better than he did last game in terms of mobility, but he's still not very mobile at this point in time based on the fact that the injury he's suffering from, you can downplay it all you want. I think it's a multi-week injury, so he's going to play through that, but I question the mobility. He's also had less than 9 rushing yards in 4 of the last 5 games, and he's had less than 10 rushing yards in 6 of his last 8 games. 19.5, I think, is a little bit high. Now, the argument is, Philly's great pass rush. Maybe he's running for his life and he scrambles a little bit more. But I don't exactly like the current mobility with an injured quarterback, and I do think 19.5 is a little bit high because of it. I'm going to take the under.
All right. I love unders on player props. I think there's so much more value in an under, especially in a game like the Super Bowl. Okay, so let's move into kicker props. Rachel, start us off.
Kicker props? My favorite. So I'm going to go with Butker.
You do love a good kicker prop.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Butker over 1.5 field goals at minus 125. He's made at least 2 field goals in each of the last 2 games after a pretty shaky regular season. He's been very reliable in the playoffs, and he's also made at least 2 field goals in 3 of his last 4 playoff games. We know in today's NFL, you see a lot of teams go for it, and especially with Mahomes. Andy Reid, though, historically pretty conservative in big games. I think he might end up settling for a couple of field goals here. But 1.5 for a guy that seems to have gotten back on track, and for a kicker that the Chiefs trust. He's also got a huge leg. He can kick it from roughly 60. I think 1.5 at minus 125 is a good price. I'm going to take it.
All right. What do you got, Higgs?
I was going to go reach to hit the button.
Don't touch that freaking button, Higgs.
I threw both punters on here just because I don't know what team somebody likes. You might be a Philly fan. You might be a KC fan. So I leave it up to you. And,
that.
depending on whatever fantasy team are, they're both plus money. The touchback, it's over a half a touchback plus money. Now, you got guys, I know we like pin it inside the 10 and stuff like that. All I need is one crazy bounce for a touchback.
Or bad coverage.
Exactly, right? It's going to go in. someone's going to do something stupid, I'll take a shot at 350, 400. I'm going to take a shot at those kind of prices.
Well, how do I grade it?
Well, if there's no touchbacks, it's a loss. It's that simple.
So your pick is that either team.
Either
will
team.
get it. Okay,
It's not one or the other. I just put both out there because when I did the picks, I kind of tried to grab an Eagle guy and a KC guy, depending on who people like.
Right.
It's plus money anyway for any touchback.
Any touchbacks plus money. And again, I think and one of the props I liked, we didn't really talk about, because we had our separate ones here, was like for like the Eagles to convert a fourth down their own territory, just fourth down conversions or like 1.5. I can see these teams going for it at like the 46. Like they're not gonna, like if the punt's gonna be from the other side of the field, so chances are maybe that one would be the touchback. I don't see them punting from like the 42 to pin them inside the 3. I think they'll go for it in those spots. So that's why I'm thinking a touchback at the plus $3-4 here.
All right. So the final total we're going to do is the actual game total. So Chiefs versus the Eagles. It's a 50.5. Higgs, are you taking it over or under?
All right. So this is my premium selection on the sites here. So I can't really give that out because I've sold about 80 of them already. That's what
we should have talked about this before we went on.
Yeah, I had no idea this was on there until
chat.
I had no. It was a player prop chat. I didn't know we were doing it. So listen. Go buy the pick. I've hit 64% of NFL this year. I've been awesome. 200 games. But I like the first half under. I think it's going to start a little slow. We're going to have some running. 16.5, you can find at plus 400. So I'm going to go first half under 16.5. I think it's going to start out a little bitty slow towards the game here. So 16.5. And it's, again, we're talking field goals. We're talking running the ball. I'm going under 16.5 plus $4. Big money.
Woo! All right. So, Rachel, just do first half. What do you think the total will be first half then?
I'm going to go with the under as well. I'm not going to go with the alternative, though. I'm going to go with the under in the first half. To be honest, the full game as well. I don't know how contrarian it is because I feel like most people will blindly take the over with Mahomes being involved. But I mentioned both quarterbacks are still banged up. Both teams are top 2 in sacks per game. So both teams have good pass rushes, and with injured quarterbacks, I do kind of wonder how effective these offenses will be. I do agree about the first half, though. I do think you're going to see a lower scoring start. Super Bowls generally start off low scoring. Yeah. You just see these teams have a feel-out process. They're a little bit rusty for not playing for now roughly 2 weeks because you have the week off in between for the Pro Bowl, or whatever you want to call it, the flag football extravaganza. So I'm going to go with the...
That was really fun. I enjoyed that.
You're one of the only people that watched it.
Wasn't football, but like that tic-tac-toe, kick the ball, tic-tac-toe thing. I mean, if that was its own sport, I would watch that.
The holder, that was way too.
You know what that's called? That's called the combine, which apparently they want to get rid of the combine because that doesn't mean anything.
I thought it was fun. It was
either way, I didn't watch it, but the point is, I am going to go with the under here.
That's what I think about that freaking ridiculous Pro Bowl. Sorry, Scott. That's kind of nonsense.
Keep the dodge.
Scott loves a good rant.
The Pro Bowl, I think, is simple. Keep the dodgeball event and toss everything else out. That's it. Dodgeball's the only fun one for me. Like I don't think the other events are worth anything. I don't need special teams tic-tac-toe.
I love special teams tic-tac-toe.
Let's
hang
play
lines on that, Vegas. Hang some lines on that.
Can we play dodgeball with like 12-pound medicine balls so when they hit the guys, it's a little more fun? We have a little more.
That's a good idea. Can we do the James Harrison like nuke 'em where you throw the 50-pound medicine ball over the net and you just go back and forth? Can we do that?
I mean, like make it more fun.
Something. Or honestly, just toss it out altogether. Nobody cares.
I'm not the biggest football fan in the world.
Like
maybe that's why I liked it.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going first half under, full game under. I think this game's going to be uglier than people think.
Okay, so that's what we got going on here. Now, Higgs, like you said.
That's not the actual first half number, though. That was an alternative.
Mine's an alternative number. That's why it's plus $4.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not 16.5. I'll take the over 16.5. I'll take the under whatever the hell the actual number is.
What is the first half total?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Go with the 25. 24
cool. Give me the under on that one.
It's probably like 23, 24.5.
Give me 14-10 at the half. That's what I'll call it.
14-10. Okay, so you're both taking it under, though. 24.5, both going under. Okay.
He's just going for extra credit.
Bonus points. It's all about the strategy here in the Total Chaos Ring. All right, so if you guys are looking for premium plays, Higgs has got a bunch of them loaded up over at picksandparlays.net. You can use our new promo code. It's LVII when you're over at the site. And that is going to
Ugh.
save you 20% off whatever you get from Picks and Parlays. Higgs, tell them what you got all lined up for them.
I got my big Super Bowl winner, wrap up the year with a nice NFL winner there, and I loaded up a bunch of props in there. Not all of them. I do the midday and late night money show, and there's probably about 50 props between the two. Find on the podcast. I got a timestamp. You go listen to all the props, but just basically got the NFL. Go get it, wrap it up, and then college hoops all the time. You're excited about that.
Yes, I know. It's our time. It's our season, Higgs. We're here.
Baseball's coming up. I can't wait for baseball.
I am ready. Scott Reichel, tell them what you're all about and where they can find more of you.
Yeah, it's all about free picks. Find it on my Twitter. I got the daily YouTube video every night for winners and whiners, which gets uploaded at the early time or the late time of 4 a.m., depending on how crazy your night was before. But you can find that every night. Besides that, doing podcasts every day. You can find that on my Twitter as well. It was fun doing this only edition of the Player Prop Total Chaos show because this went off the rails very quickly, and I'm not sure we're going to have this again. But I had fun. That counts.
Well, I thought it would be a fun idea instead of like first quarter, halftime. That's what we did for national championship.
Phone calls, there's chaos left and right. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, that's why
you're asking Higgs to give out his premium plays. This is just chaos all over the place.
Higgs is pushing my buttons.
It's just life chaos on a Saturday afternoon with the family.
Yeah, that's just it.
Scott, I got a 4 a.m. load time. You're still in New York, aren't you?
Yeah, I record it usually like 2 a.m., but it gets posted at 4. So,
oh, my goodness.
There you go. I mentioned the recording time during the show, though, so I'm not trying to scam anybody.
Hey, listen, I'm all for that because we do free pick videos. Like, hey, here comes your free pick video it's 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. We're giving out a 10 o'clock game for NBA the next night, and the line goes from +2 to -6. Yeah, so I'm all for
no kidding.
I'm all for you got to say what time to post it.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding. It's real life. It's real life, people. It's a grind. All right. So, also, guys, don't forget about my official sponsor, Caesars Sportsbook, a risk-free first bet anywhere from $10 all the way to $1,250. All you got to do is download that app, use that promo code Woodful, win or lose that first bet. The money is going to get dropped back into your account with 1,000 reward credits and 1,000 tier credits. So get yourself hooked up with Caesars, and also give us a like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. All right, guys, that just about does it. You guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday. I can't wait to get my hands on some 7-layer dip. And like I always say, may the best capper win.